Hey, Guru Nation, welcome back. How's it going? We got a very special guest. We got Ashley Margo. You may know her from Latinos in Clinical Research. You might know her if you're in the CRA or CRC Academy. She gives guest lectures for the CRA students on how to do their personal branding, CVs, cover letters. And then she does the same thing for the CRCs, but for the CRC Academy, she actually does it. If you pass the class, you'll actually get the CV for you. In the CRA Academy, you got to deal with me unless you want to pay just a little more, but it's worth it to get it from Ashley. She's batting 1,000. If this was baseball, she'd be in the Hall of Fame already.
Yes.
At her young age. So Ashley, I just want to do a short video because in the last CRA Academy lecture, you talked a lot about personal branding, and I have it in my notes to do a video on it. And I was going to do a video on it today, but I thought, why not get you to talk just for 5 minutes about it? So what is it about personal branding? Because when people hear that, they think, well, I don't know, that's not what I need. I want to be a CRA. Like, why do I have to worry about this? So what, like in a nutshell, what is it?
So personal branding is literally encompasses everything. It encompasses from how you are professionally with other individuals, speaking, networking, etc. How you showcase yourself electronically through social media, through your email, how you are showing through your application documentation process, and again through the interview. Everything is kind of coincides together. So, for instance, if you aren't necessarily a really great colleague and is how you communicate, whether it's gossip or not or whatever, you're going to see that in regards to not
Awesome.
having. Yeah, well, just saying, right? So, if you were to not have like the best standing, more than likely you're not going to get, people will say, hey, let me help you, let me introduce you to this person or to that person. If you have
I
good,
see.
yeah, a good working background and stuff like that, how you go about showcasing yourself in that form, that's a form of personal branding. When you're on LinkedIn and you are going out of your way to like really showcase yourself as an individual within research, and also making sure that you are highlighting your strengths within the research or your skill set that you have, that's a form of personal branding because you're niching yourself on LinkedIn. The same thing with your application documentation, right? You want to make sure that you're showcasing your strengths in the right way, the right form, because anybody can have X amount of years experience, but if you're not doing these things right, and if you're not actually networking right, you're not creating this, I guess, say, image, right? So you have people that are introverts that never necessarily get showcased, or people go and reference them because they're not coming out. They're not saying, hey, I have all this background experience, I can give help or things like that. You have these individuals that are coming out. Like for me, for instance, I didn't have much research background, but because of what I knew and because of my background skill set and understanding what the industry was looking for, I created and molded myself and now have a presence online. So some would even say that I am XYZ experience at a certain level, but really what it is just that I'm vocally coming out. I'm showing myself on all forms of social media and also through service, as well as just through assisting people. And so there's just many, many, many forms out there. So I would always give people advice and say, don't underestimate networking, don't underestimate being online, and don't underestimate the fact that these little things like your email presence and how you provide your documentation via application, don't think it doesn't have a lot of impact.
Break that down. Email presence.
So
Break that down.
On how you say you're following up with a recruiter, or how you're following up with the job, or even a volunteering experience or anything like that. It's important that, how you present yourself electronically is going to represent who you are as a person. So if you're going to be very quick, fast, and not care about, how you look via email in regards to template and how you go about with grammar, and even showcase, your ending description where, your electronic signature, where it's, your position and all that. If you're not showcasing all of that like a professional in the industry already does, then you're not molding yourself to be that professional individual, right?
So no writing in multiple colors, no one letter capitalized, one lowercase, one capitalized, one lowercase.
I mean, if you're gonna put color, I mean, fine. If it's again, that's fine. I think that adds a flair to you. It's personalization. That's fine. But again, good grammar, good template. It's that term they say, like, fake it till you make it, right? So if you're gonna want to be a professional in the industry, start acting like one and have an actual format. Professional.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's powerful. If
Yeah.
you're going to be a professional in this industry, start acting like one. Okay, three things from all your experiences you've seen, 3 recommendations that people can do right now that they're probably not doing to start acting like a professional with personal branding.
Ooh, okay. The email signature for sure. I don't know how many times I have to like tell even some of my clients they don't have that.
What's
Email.
do's and don'ts? Sent from my iPhone. Sorry for typos.
Oh gosh, yeah. Don't, if you're gonna send it
That's
from
mine.
your phone, yeah, don't send it from your phone. I mean, because it's not gonna have, people don't realize that when you send it from your phone, your signature doesn't come out. It'll just say sent from Outlook or sent from phone or something like that, right? So it's gonna show.
I changed mine. It literally says sent from my iPhone. Sorry for typos.
Okay, so yeah, that, I mean, that's totally fine, right?
Okay.
I think for those that are trying to get into the industry, you know, presence is, I mean, the presentation is everything. So I would say hold off on responding from your phone. Now, if you're gonna be gone all day from your laptop, then fine. And maybe go out of your way and say, okay, well, thank you sincerely, comma, you know, write out your name and maybe even your number just to kind of say, hey, I'm at least trying, right? But
I see.
yeah, you know, again, template, right? So that
So
would be
email signature number 1. What about those things like be the change you want to see in the world? Inspirational quotes on their signature. Good.
I mean, you could do that. I personally don't do that. I don't know, because I find it cliche-ish, but I mean, it's not that it is. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't do that. But I mean, again, if that's who you are and you literally live by that quote, because I know people that live by some quotes, then yes, do it. You know, it gives a little insight, again, personability of who you are. I think it, you know, so yeah, emails is definitely one, right?
Okay.
Two, if you are on LinkedIn, if you are, please put a photo, you know, please.
Wait. There's no if. You need to be on LinkedIn.
Yeah,
That's
well,
my rule. You need to be
yeah,
on LinkedIn.
have to be on LinkedIn. Some people really just don't like an online presence, and I can understand that.
We don't care. We don't care.
Yeah,
They have to be on there. If you want to be, you have to act like a professional.
yeah, well, yeah, for sure, and especially if you're trying to get into a very competitive industry, you know,
Yeah.
you have. But I just make it sense that some people just really don't like to, and I'm like, okay, fine. But yeah, LinkedIn, have a photo, have description, don't have it blank, because at that point you might as well not even be on the network, because it just looks
Right.
it looks very lazy and unprofessional. Just saying, I mean,
No,
yeah,
I know. I'm laughing because I'm thinking of a few people I've talked to recently where that's
yeah,
their LinkedIn profile.
yeah. And
Okay.
so there's that. And then I would say the third thing would probably be, if you are involved in organizations. Now, when I say involved, if you're just paying the membership and you're not utilizing the forum, you know, and you're looking for a job in the industry, well, there's a reason probably why you're not getting it. You're not utilizing your resources. If you want to be professional, you go on these forums. Even for professionals that have been in the industry for 5 to 10 years, are on there communicating daily.
Which ones?
So this one's, I mean, I've seen both SOCR and ACRP, but I've seen ACRP like constant communication on there, especially when COVID happened.
in the forum, ACRP
yeah,
forums.
yeah.
Okay.
It's not just, you know, full-time professionals. These are also people that are trying to become full-time professionals that come on there and say, hey, I'm trying to do this, or I'm trying to take this exam or this cert. Would you recommend it? And you'll have professionals that have years in the industry saying you should do this one instead, or do that, or what are you going, or where are you trying to direct your career, right? So there's things out there, including Latinos in clinical research. We are meeting up all the time. Right now, for instance, tomorrow, we're having our career series where you're going to be with Lindsay talking, right? All of us. You know, we just had a really amazing recruiter on last Tuesday, right? And then we have a tech series the following month. So this is an opportunity for you to network. And so when somebody says, oh, you know, I can't reach out to people, or, you know, nobody's listening to my emails, like, okay, if that really is the case, because sometimes it is, utilize these organizations, if you
It's
can't,
true. It's
yeah,
true.
if you can't afford ACRP and SOCRA, which is totally understandable, then join LICR. We're free.
LICR, it's free. I was just gonna tell you, and you know her, Evelyn. She's one of your clients. She's our CRC Academy student. Because she's so involved in LICR, she's asking questions at every single meetup
Yeah.
we have. Like, I noticed her, and then I started paying attention to her story, and it's like, okay, well, you're trying to get a job in Orlando. So we started doing this video series with her, and guess what? She's getting interviews because of those things. So that's a perfect example right now, personal branding. And she's willing to put herself out there on the videos. I mean, that's extreme. I asked her because I knew she's comfortable in that setting, and it may not be for everybody, but you don't need to go that extreme. Just show up to the Zooms and ask questions or talk or get people to know who you are.
And the difference between situations like her and just like general situations, I saw a portion of the video with her earlier today, actually. And I saw that she said, oh, I went to a job conference or something like that, like a job
fair. Yeah, she went
to a fair.
Job
fair, and she said, and there was no clinical research jobs, but I was still networking, and I was just like, this is why individuals like her will get interviews, because
good catch.
Like, oh, you know what, if I can't get anything out that I want from it, I'm not even gonna go. And it's like, it's not the point. You're going because opportunity is everywhere. There's an abundance of opportunity. It's, are you worthy of it? Are you gonna go out of your way to make the opportunity happen for yourself, right? And her doing interviews with you, her coming to me and actually trying to, go that further out with her resume and on her documentations and all that. Like, she's reaching out and trying to use everything she can. And that's the key.
She was even on Clubhouse last week, right after our interview. So yes, take advantage. I like your 3 things, and Ashley's bringing the heat today, and we want to keep this short. So you guys, if you want to see more of Ashley, Latinos in Clinical Research, tomorrow we have one of our webinars. It's not too late. Go subscribe. I'm sending out another email tomorrow morning. LatinosInClinicalResearch.com. Thank you very much, Ashley. I appreciate it. Sure. Ashley from the AM Approach, and we'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.
Bye.